The power of silence. Why the loudest in the room usually has the least control. Let's start with something real uncomfortable. Have you ever felt like you talk too much just to dodge that quiet moment? That moment when your words run dry and all that's left is silence, and it creeps in like an echo in an empty room? We've been trained to fear silence like it's our enemy. Like if we don't say something, anything, we'll look weak. But let me tell you right now, silence, it's the strongest tool you can use. And most folks are too scared to even touch it. Silence ain't weakness, it's mastery. See, when you choose silence, not because you're scared, but because you're in control, you flip the whole situation on its head. You take the steering wheel without even lifting a finger. It's like this. Most folks out here operate in noise. They argue, defend, shout, bark orders. Not because they know what they're doing, but because they're afraid. Afraid of what happens if the room goes quiet. They feel like they'll lose control. But truth is, the one who stays quiet on purpose, that's the one with the real power. When someone tries to bait you, provoke you, drag you into their drama, silence becomes your armor and your sword. Don't move. Don't react. Just sit still like a rock. You'll see their whole game start to fall apart. Why? Because manipulators need your energy. They need your emotions to fuel their madness. You react, they win. But when you stay quiet, you starve the beast. And here's the twist. Your silence doesn't just confuse them, it exposes them. They start talking too much, trying to explain themselves, justifying things you never asked about. That's when the truth slips out. That's when the cracks show. Ever been on the other side? You're sitting there and someone ain't saying a word. That silence starts messing with your head. Your mind starts filling in the blanks, and not in a good way. That's the thing. Silence is a mirror, and when you hold it up, people see their own fear, their guilt, their insecurity. It isn't the silence that scares them, it's what it reflects. Let me say this loud and clear. Silence don't mean you gave up. It doesn't mean you lost. It means you're present. And that presence, it fills the room stronger than any voice. When you stay silent by choice, not because you're scared, but because you know what you're doing, that's real authority. That's confidence nobody can fake. Next time someone tries to suck you into a shouting match, don't fall for it. Don't step onto their battlefield. Stay still. Watch them get nervous. Watch them get loud. That's when you know you've won. When they start falling apart and you haven't said a word. You're not being weak. You're being wise. You're playing chess while they're still trying to win at checkers. Silence plants doubt like a seed, and it grows fast. It spreads inside their mind, twisting and turning until it eats away at their confidence. And while they're trying to figure you out, you stay calm, collected. They'll try to guess what your silence means. Are you angry? Are you planning something? Are you done? That uncertainty, that's where your power lies. Silence alters time, and that's the real trip. Let me take you even deeper. Silence doesn't just expose people, it messes with their sense of time. For you, a few seconds of silence is peace, but for them, every second drags like an eternity. It's torture, and they do it to themselves. This is why good interrogators don't rush. They let silence stretch, and the suspect folds. Because the pause before the punchline, that's where the real weight is. You don't have to speak first. You don't have to rush. You don't have to explain. Just sit in the stillness and watch them unravel. The longer you wait, the more they talk themselves into a corner. Here's the magic part. When you do finally speak, your words hit harder. They carry weight. Why? Because you waited. Because they weren't expected. And because silence gave those words power. People will hang on every syllable, not because you've raised your voice, but because you made them wait for it. That's what leaders do. That's what warriors do. That's what wise folks do. Ask yourself, how many arguments did you lose because you spoke too fast? How many deals did you ruin because you couldn't stand 5 seconds of quiet? Too many, right? It's time to flip the script. From this moment forward, choose silence. Not because you got nothing to say, but because you know saying something too soon is giving up ground. Control the tempo. Control the energy. Make them work for your words. Your silence is your strength. Understand this. Real power doesn't need to shout. It doesn't need to explain. It doesn't need to be loud to be heard. Next time tension fills the room and all eyes are on you, don't break. Let them feel the pressure. Let them guess. Because in that silence, you control everything. And trust me on this. If you can master silence, you can master any room, any conflict, any opponent. Now go out there and let your silence speak volumes. This is Lancescurv. Thank you for listening. We're on to the next one. Much love to you all. Peace.
Lancescurv.com. Bold, raw, and uncut.